5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Yesterday was Veterans Day, and if you served us and our country, thank you so much for doing that. And you're going to learn right now, I think, about some opportunities to further your education because of your service. Mike Fallon is in the studio right now. This portion of the show is called Higher Education Happenings, and Mike typically, when he comes in, invites different folks from around the community who are involved with the different educational opportunities, the different schools, in other words, and we're going to find out specifically, I think, today about some ways that veterans might be able to tap into some of that. Am I right, Mike? How are you?
Absolutely. I'm great. How are you?
Good. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
I asked you twice. My redundant question.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited about today's show. We have some experts on veterans benefits and GI Bill and all kinds of topics that relate to higher education. And I think it's going to be a great show.
How many schools are represented in here today?
We have 4 schools.
Wow.
And I guess we can go around and do introductions. My name is Mike Fallon with Webster University.
I'm Dorsey Nance with Webster University. I'm the office manager and VA certifying official.
Okay.
I'm LaShawna Brooks, VA specialist at College of Central Florida.
I'm Crystal Flynn. I'm the academic advisor and regional campus coordinator for UCF Ocala.
All right. Excellent.
I am Ted Gunny Weiser. I am the interim director of Veteran Student Services at St. Leo University.
Hi, I'm Katie Degner. I'm the center director of the Ocala Center with St. Leo University.
All right. Excellent. And if I remember right, we have some veterans in the group, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were a veteran. Yes, yeah. Two veterans. Well, and thank you for your service. And
Thank you.
Did you use your veteran benefits to get your educations?
Yes,
Yes?
I actually met my delimiting date in the summer. So.
What is that? What's a delimiting date?
Well, that's the end of my VA educational benefits. I've reached my 36 months of benefits.
Oh, wow. Wow. But it served you just as you
Yes,
served us.
It really did.
Wow.
I guess that would be the triple threat here. I started out in community college with my Montgomery GI Bill benefits. When I came to St. Leo University, transferred over to the post 9/11, and am now currently using the vocational rehab education benefits.
Wow. Is it common knowledge among veterans that they have those benefits, or are they? Is it possible we have a veteran listening right now that is totally surprised about these benefits, as far as education goes?
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. The VA is really
They make sure they know.
They're really, really, really good at sending lots of information. But what our teams at all the different universities are really good at is helping the veterans navigate all of that information they're receiving to understand what benefits they have, how they can put those into action, the kind of things that they have to provide as supporting documentation to get the certification that she mentioned. So that's what we all do, is kind of help them navigate that plethora of info they do get.
How important is the navigation? In other words, can a veteran be on the wrong track and decide like a year into it, oh man, this isn't really what I wanted to major in, I have a better idea. Do they lose is there a limit to the benefits that they can tap into?
At the College of Central Florida, we allow them to change their major as many times as they like. It's not recommended because their benefits will be exhausted before they get a degree.
Okay.
However, the VA does not have a maximum amount or a minimum amount of times that they can change their majors.
Okay.
So.
There is a 36-month cap with the post 9/11 GI Bill. The VA will pay for 36 months of schooling. However, if you get into changing majors, which you can do, that could pose a problem at the end when you're near the end of your degree and your funds are exhausted. So that can be an issue sometimes.
Okay. And is the path the same for any student as a veteran? Do they enter the school the same way? Do they go to the same people, or is there somebody else they see?
Well, what's nice about some of the folks that came with us today, there are departments at institutions that help veterans decipher the benefits and get on the right track to make sure that they get the most out of what they got from their service. It's a great thing. Real quick before we go to the next thing, I wanted to mention that we have a fabulous prize today.
Oh, yes, you do. What is that?
Oh man, it's got all kinds of things. All the schools put great goodies in. We've got thumb drives and t-shirts and water bottles and squeezies and flashlights. It's probably worth $1,000. It's a huge store prize.
Really?
It's amazing.
It's a gift basket.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Tens of dollars.
If they tweet us a question at at Higher Ed Ocala during the show. The first person that tweets a question will win this fabulous prize.
So you tweet a question.
Tweet a question.
The first one.
The first one. The very first one. We want to get this going.
How do you do it? At? That's all I know.
Higher Ed Ocala. It's all together. There's no spaces. So tweet us a question, and that could be your fabulous prize.
All right.
All right. So we'll continue back.
All right.
All right. You were speaking about the different departments. We have a fabulous, CF has a fabulous Patriot Center for Veterans now, and we just have a variety of things we do. It's a one-stop shop. They can come in and we help them fill out their VONAP applications for their VA educational benefits, to helping them fill out their FAFSA application for federal grants or federal loans. They also have the opportunity to come and have support groups, different they have study groups all the time there, and they are able to lounge around until their next class. It's just a one-stop shop. They love it there. It's beautiful. There's so many things that they can do there.
Amazing.
The reason a Veteran Student Services office is so important, I brought a site in from GAO, did a study earlier this year in which 62% of veterans wanted a Veteran Student Support Services office on campus. The next highest was 50% of worried about their transfer of military experience and credits coming in, and way down at 40% was estimated student loan upon graduation. So you can see a veteran's priorities.
Right.
They want to have that person that has walked in their shoes, particularly your combat veterans.
Okay,
they want to have that
yeah.
office with a person where they have an unspoken trust, unspoken relationship with understanding to help guide them through the college process.
So you kind of hinted at something, and I don't know who wants to answer this one, but it sounds like you can apply some of the things you learned in the service and maybe get a head start.
Absolutely.
Is that accurate?
Absolutely. Yeah. For us at UCF, we have a Veterans Academic Resources Center on our main campus. It is an outstanding facility designed to support veterans in every capacity. You've mentioned you've visited the site.
I did.
And you can get assistance from start to finish with certification, career planning, tutoring, counseling, every kind of support you could imagine. We focus specifically on a veteran because they are coming to us as a very particular kind of student with very particular needs. And we strive to make sure that they're supported in every way they can. And for each one of these institutions, we have individual staff members who work and for my location, I'm at UCF Ocala, located at the College of Central Florida in the University Center, and we have team members from our student services, which provide our regional support to veterans and can walk them through things like perhaps they have an interest in criminal justice. We can track them through to CF's outstanding programs and then on into our bachelor's programs online. All of us offer online programming, on-site programming in a lot of different majors that could be a great transition for someone coming out of the service. Especially, it seems like a lot want to go into different types of policing, and here locally there are lots of options for that. And if that's not what they're looking for, there are academic choices, history, anthropology. I'm working with a current service member at Pensacola right now who is getting her degree in tech ed and industry training because she enjoyed the training facet of her role so much. When she is out of the service, that's what she wants to continue doing in the private sector.
Wow. I wouldn't know this. The two of you would know this. I wonder if somebody who's straight out of the service, who enters into higher education, into college, is that actually therapeutic in a way, because you're kind of suddenly in a social situation, whereas, I mean, everybody's different, but I would imagine that did it contribute to either of you two?
It does, and I'm glad Crystal brought up a very good point. At St. Leo University, what we try to do in our Veteran Student Services office is focus on the complete, comprehensive transition of the veteran and their families, and we do that in a three-pronged approach. The first would be that transition from active duty military, where they're used to having so many supporting services there for them and their families on the bases. Also, we like to focus on reintegration, particularly those veterans who have served in combat and may bring back some special issues and challenges.
Yeah.
And finally, again, academics is another thing we like. So it has to be a comprehensive approach. And for a veteran student to come into the university and have that other veteran looking across the table from them, it provides them that therapeutic touch or ambiance, as you put it earlier.
I could imagine that. Yeah. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to speak. We'll take a little break. We've got that weather that we promised. And did you get a tweet yet?
I do, and we'll get to it.
We do have a tweet.
We have a tweet.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So the tweeting is done. But if you want to ask a question, you won't win anything, but you can still tweet. And how do you tweet that again? What's the thing?
At Higher Ed Ocala.
Okay. And you can also ask questions by way of the phone, right, Mike? You want to do
We're not going to do phones.
Oh, you don't want to do phones today?
Yeah.
All right, just tweeting questions.
Just tweet. Please tweet.
We'll take a break, hear the weather, and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today and pleasant this afternoon with a high of 76 to 80. Partly cloudy skies tonight, lows ranging from 52 in a few inland spots to 58 along the coast. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sun, the high 76 to 80. On Friday, times of clouds and sun and noticeably cooler with highs ranging from the upper 60s in the north to about 75 in the south. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
18 minutes after 10 o'clock, Mike Fallon is here. We're talking about higher education opportunities in our community, and especially for veterans. And Mike has invited Dorsey Nance to be here from Webster University. LaShauna Brooks, am I saying your name right? LaShauna, I'm sorry. From the College of Central Florida. Crystal Flynn is here, so I can say your name, Crystal Flynn. Ted Gunny Weiser, am I saying your name right? And at the very end of the table, Katie Degner. Thank you all for coming in. What was the question you had on your tweeter?
Our tweeted question, the winner of our prize. I was active duty, but now reservist. What happens if I'm deployed midterm? Valid question. You're a reserve officer. And you're deployed. I mean, gosh, what happens? You're in the middle of a term.
Yeah, what does happen?
Middle of a degree.
Well, at Webster University, we have a 2-week drop-add period where students can drop a class or add a class with no penalty on their tuition. If they drop a class after that, it's considered a withdrawal, but we have special privileges for either like a medical reason or a military reason, where they can request a tuition refund if that is something that happens.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
At CF, we have a petition program where they can petition a school and they can drop the class. It won't go on their transcripts or anything like that, and they are refunded.
Wonderful, wonderful.
In today's technologically advanced service platform, at St. Leo University, we offer their students a chance to continue that same course via the internet and or CD-ROM.
Oh, wow.
That's great. Yeah. So for us, something similar. A lot of our coursework for regional campus students, like at the Ocala site, is online. So our students would have the same options with drop-add during a set date period within the first couple of weeks of the semester. They'd have withdrawal options that extend a little bit later, and then our individual student services team, who works with veterans directly, would work with those students on a case-by-case basis to explore the best option for that student based on the situation. But we all provide various supports. But Katie, you mentioned at break that would kind of be a rare situation because it would indicate like emergency deployment. Usually they're notified pretty far in advance. But we all know with the changing times, something can happen at any time. So, but we're all pretty prepared to support students even in that event.
Yeah, Webster also offers that option as well. If they are deployed further into the term and they've already completed a large majority of the coursework, they can receive an incomplete grade, where then they have a year after that to actually complete the rest of the assignments and receive an actual grade.
In certain circumstances, we can provide the same.
We're really working with these folks to make sure that.
And do all the schools have the online opportunity, like if they are deployed? So.
Yeah, certain programs. Our counseling program is all on campus, but our business programs are also online.
Oh, okay.
And I can attest to St. Leo. My husband is also a veteran. He lost his father last year.
Oh, wow.
And he was able to get an I incomplete and was able to finish his coursework. So that was a good thing for St. Leo.
I'm glad you told me what an I meant. Didn't know.
An I.
Katie,
VA work, you get very used to the acronyms.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not used to them. Katie, did you have something?
One important thing I'd like to mention for our veterans is, I think most schools do, but St. Leo University, we've been on military bases for over 40 years. We were one of the first schools to have a relationship with our military. But we are very veteran friendly. We take military training, their transcripts, and we apply it to credits towards their associates or bachelor's or master's. So I think a lot of veterans would be very surprised to see how much of their trainings actually apply to their degree.
That's a really good point. You know, we're also on military installations, and I know where you were before Ocala. We were across the hall, I guess. Right. But we get students that are working on a degree at a military installation, and they move back home, and they can pick up that degree program right here in Ocala, which that happened with you at St. Leo. It's amazing that you can go from Webster University in Sumter, what was it, in South Carolina?
Air Force Base,
at an Air Force base, and come back to Ocala and complete that degree. So that's a nice transition.
It's pretty awesome. The student I'm working with who's on base in Pensacola, she'll be out in about a year, and she plans to relocate out of state, and she'll be able to continue our program and not miss a beat because it's an entirely online program.
Do you know, we hear from employers all the time that veterans are often preferred simply because they've already had that discipline in the work ethics, I guess is the way you say that. Do you see that as well with the students?
Definitely. I think the veterans add a great dimension to the classes. I'm currently taking classes at Webster University as well, and I love to have veterans in there because they offer such great, not only work experience, but this life experience that ties to these business and management and counseling programs that you wouldn't normally get.
Well, that's so good to hear, isn't it?
Our professors love our military and veteran students, for sure.
Usually first in the classroom, sitting in the front row, paying attention to every word the professor had to say, and asking good, engaging higher learning questions.
That's true.
That's interesting.
I'm a grad student at UCF currently, and I'm exploring the criminal justice program, and there are several students in my track who are currently serving or just finished serving, and I really love engaging with them because they're on it, they're ready, they're the first ones in on posts on the discussion boards, and it's great because not all students really, I think as the daughter of a veteran, I think it's one of the things that's instilled with the service is that idea of putting 100% in, and I think veteran students give that to us, so it's only expected that we provide that back to them in the way we support them.
A sense of confidence from their experiences.
Absolutely.
I can see that. We have about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And we have so many people. Do we need to give individual information or?
Well, we can cover a few things individually. That'd be great. A couple of things I want to talk about. We're having an open house once again at the College of Central Florida's University Center on December 11th from 11 to 1, and I think most people at this table will be there. And you can come in and ask questions. We'll be putting this on our Facebook, facebook.com/higheredocala.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
And we'll be focusing specifically on veterans, although other students are certainly welcome to come in. UCF will have several staff members there coming up from both our financial aid and student services who work with VARC, our Veterans Academic Resource Center, to support students on site. And I just wanted to throw in that if anyone is interested in the Orlando area, our main campus this entire week is celebrating Veterans Week. There's a different activity every day. And if they connect with me at the UCF Ocala campus, I'll be happy to give them information on the different events, parades, and things that are ongoing this week as we celebrate veterans.
Great.
At St. Leo University, we'd like to ask anybody who's interested to visit our St. Leo University website. In the search bar, just type in Veteran Services. They'll be able to pull up my office webpage and to see right now we have 7 current programs ongoing for our veteran students. While yesterday was Veterans Day, as Katie already said, we're in our 41st year of serving military, active duty. We'd like to think that every day is Veterans Day at St. Leo University and in the way that we provide support to our veterans.
It is here at WLCA, yeah.
I want to announce that the CF's Veteran Club is back in full effect. As a matter of fact, we will be having our first meeting today at 12:30 p.m. in the Patriot Center, and it's under new advisory, yours truly. And the club's focus is going to be mainly on getting student veterans resources that they were not aware of, i.e. scholarships and other veterans benefits besides education benefits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And our future endeavor is the Student Veterans of America chapter, which we want to bring in Webster, UCF, St. Leo, all of their student veterans, and we want to create a club for all of the veterans in Ocala or the Tri-County area if anyone wants to come down here.
And I think what today's program has at least taught me, I don't know how many people out there didn't realize this, but it's not just about the money that's available. There's so much more to it than just the scholarships. I don't even know if you call them scholarships, but the benefits.
Benefits.
Yeah.
Well, Webster has a great website, webster.edu/salute, where you can actually link to different portals for each of the branches of the military and learn about the programs that are available to you, as well as resources that you can find.
/salute. I like that. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
And don't forget, CF's admission application deadline is December 8th for the spring 15 semester.
How do they know which school to go to? How would a vet pick a school?
Well, it just depends. If they don't have their associate's degree yet and they're still working on that, then they can certainly transition through CF and then pick a university partner that's at CF that has the program that best fits their needs.
Okay.
And I'd like to recommend a great website, benefits.va.gov. It's a great place to start and see which programs are available to you, what schools offer the programs you might be interested in, and get contact information for those schools. Mm-hmm. And they also have a great resource that I was just playing with yesterday called Career Scope, and it's an assessment tool where you can go through this test and find out what kinds of jobs might be of interest to you and might go best with your skills.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
And might I add, CF was named a military-friendly school, and this honor places us in the top 20 percentile of all schools nationwide.
Oh, good for you.
Go to militaryfriendlyschools.com and you'll see.
So is there friendly competition between the schools?
All right.
Something going on? Yeah.
See Webster on the list.
All here to support you.
On the list.
Yeah, I think all of our schools are on that list, actually.
I am so proud that Ocala has this much education available now. I've shared with you before how I remember when there wasn't much, as far as higher education. It was across the street, and it was all we had, really. So, it's still across the street, but then you've got so much more over there as well. Mike, thank you. Always bring a good program to these airwaves. Great stuff. Do we give out your information? Call you? Or?
Well, I would check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/higheredocala. We'll post a recap of this edition, and we'll post the video feed when it goes up later, and more information on our upcoming open house.
All right, excellent. And I guess that's it. I guess we're out of time. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for coming in today, and we'll see you, I'm sure, another time, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
You're all becoming familiar faces to me. So.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. You really make Ocala a much better place. So thank you.
That's great. Thanks.
We will take a little break. We'll be right back. And as Mike pointed out, this is recorded as a video. If you want to share this with somebody, there might be a vet who could benefit from this information. You're never going to remember all of it. Neither would I. But it is taped, so you can share it. It'll be on our Facebook page by 2. Thank you.
Awesome.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. Just before leaving China, President Obama announces a deal for both governments.